Well, we're out again. It has been days and days and days. I think it was the 5th I last fished, or the 9th, one of them. Today is the 27th of the 3rd, 2025. And today is my daughter's birthday, Tanisha. So happy birthday, Tanisha. Hope you have a nice meal or whatever you're doing tonight with Tom. And you'll soon be 27. It's only a year away. But yeah, we're here. We're on the River Humber. I shall bring you back in a minute. Let's cut the intro. Well, I've set my rods up. I've put the reels on. We've got 2 hook flappers on. I've sharpened the hooks because they're a bit rusty. What a beautiful day, that's all I can say. There we have it. Right, I've got my bait is being defrosted as we speak. Let's give you a close up my rods with the sunshine on it, because it surely does look fantastic in my opinion. That's better. Now I'm in the sunshine. Yeah, look at these. Right. Can you see that glow in there? All that sort of like olive colour, isn't it? Goldy bronze. So we've got 2 TF 50/50s with us. You know what rods they are, don't you? That's what we've got. We've got the 6500 Pen Spin Fisher live liners, and we've got the red one and the blue one. The blue one's from Dave, the red one's from Billy. And cracking rods they are. I do love them. In the last video, which I'll talk more about in a minute, you would have saw they were bent right over. They are a flexible rod, but those rods will handle mixed ground easily. I'd even use it on rough ground, to be honest. With that bend in the rod, you can cast them a lot easier, so you aren't fighting the rod. And if you do a good cast off the ground with them, they'll fly. They'll go loads and loads of distance. And I ain't got my words flowing properly yet, and this bumblebee keeps flying around my igloo. But hopefully my words will come shortly and things will start to be fluent. Problem is, I do want to be here. I'm just not feeling it, if you know what I mean. But I'll talk more about that in a minute. It's nothing major, it's just how I am today, at this moment in time. Don't want to go into it hugely, because some people might switch off, mightn't they? But yeah, this is where we are at. It is a beautiful day, and high tide today is at 4:20, something like that, and it's 6.77, so it's a 6/8 tide at Immingham. Don't know what it is here. I always go by Immingham. Anywhere on the Links coast I go by Skegness, and anywhere on the Yorkshire coast I go by Bridlington. So yeah, I'm not really feeling it, but I'm so pleased to be here because it's such a beautiful day. This sun, it's the first time it's been sunny like this, I think. Like this it has. I've had the sun out last time I was here actually. But yeah, anyhow, the last week's video was meant to be tonight's video, but I got a call when Tom was editing the video that is not there no more, and it got deleted. He don't know how, and when I asked questions I realised that he would already give me the answer, so yeah, just got deleted. And I think in that video I fished the same place I fished with Keith, but I caught flounder, and got to stop saying and that was different. That was it's because my words aren't flowing. But yeah, so, and I caught a flounder, and I also talked about getting the rod. I can't remember what I said in the last video. I must have said something, because Alan commented that I'm teasing him, so I'm sorry, Alan. But said it again, didn't I? So in that video I'd messaged the chap that night when I got home from fishing, when I was talking about it. I think I was talking about it, saying that I'd just bought a reel, which you will see shortly, and I'd spent all my money, and I put a comment on Facebook saying, oh great, just when I buy a reel for too much money, I didn't think I'd be allowed to get it. So anyhow, the bloke contacted me and he said yes, I've still got it. So I had a conversation with him and said to him I shall be there. I was trying to talk to him that night, but he weren't very good on the phone. He was Polish. That's all right, I was talking about this in the video that got deleted. He was Polish and he was going back to Poland, so he's sick of the country and all. He had loads of spiders in aquariums in his kitchen, and I said, are you getting rid of them? And he says, no, I'm taking them back. But obviously there's not a lot of sea in Poland, is there? So I think there is up north, but yeah, anyhow, he was selling it. I was talking to him, and on that day of fishing, on the video that got deleted, I actually spoke to him. He rang me after he'd woke up from work, from his night shift, and confirmed that I was going the next day. So on the Saturday I went and I picked up a new fishing rod. I'm not telling you what make it is. It could be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise for you. Who knows, it could be an MALICIOUS, couldn't it? It could be a Century, couldn't it? You will have to wait and see. But it's a beauty, an absolute beauty. But at some point, probably next year, I'll give it a splash and dash, and it will look like brand new. It'll be shiny. There's no marks on it. There's nothing wrong with it. I've took all the tip tape off, put a white tip on it as I like, and yeah, it's a cracking rod. So I'll leave you to think, what could it be? Anyhow, yeah, that was all deleted. So you're up to speed with that. Caught a flounder, and I had a great time there. Now, because I lost that footage, I'm going back to that mark again and fishing that area because I want to. And then I would say we are in spring now. It is spring. It was spring the other weekend. Clocks go back Clocksgill Ford this weekend, spring Ford, full back. So the Clocksgill Ford this weekend, so it'll be darker in the mornings for a little bit and lighter at night. So hopefully this weather will start to kick in and it'll be spring and plenty of sunshine. But no doubt come April and May, definitely we'll probably have sleet or hailstorms and shitloads of rain. Oh, sorry I swore then, but it is a channel not made for kids, so if it comes out of my mouth, blame my education. That's all I'm gonna say. You don't need to put it in the comments that I'm a potty mouth, because I'm not as potty mouth as a lot of people. But if something hurts on me or something goes wrong, I'm gonna voice my opinion with some naughty potty mouth words. So if you don't like it, you know what to do. We are here on the River Humber today. I've got 2 flappers out. My squid looks like it's defrosted now, so I'm gonna bait up. Temperature is, let me just see, 15 degrees. It's lovely. Ain't that in this sunshine? It can't be. It feels, in the sunshine it feels a lot hotter, and it's warm in air as well because this shelter of mine's heating up. So I'm gonna bait up, bring you back in a bit. You notice how it's starting to spill out of my mouth a bit better now? It's weird, isn't it? I reckon it's something to do with the fact that I haven't been fishing. I think it was the 5th I last went fishing. It might be the 9th. It said the 9th on the camera, but I did some filming in the garage, so I'm pretty certain it was the 5th. Anyhow, it's a long time ago, isn't it? It's the 27th today, so you can work that out. 22 days with not a fishing trip. So I'm not fishing all the time. That's why I like to build videos up, so I can just think, do you know what, sod it. But yeah, it's now coming out. I think I felt a little bit because I haven't been, you get out of the swing of it, talking to the camera and stuff like that, and we're now getting back into the groove. So I'm gonna bait up, bring back in a bit. Well, towel. I ain't got a towel out of her. Well, I've got black lug and squid on one rig, and the black lug is the strained out condoms again. Pain in the backside. Why they squirt so much stuff out of a lug with black lug, I don't know. And the other one is just straight squid. So let's get my glove because I've got pansy hands. So I'm not going to catch anything massive here. I don't think there's going to be much of a spring run of codling, but it is spring. So we're looking at flounder and eels, aren't we? But like I say, I ain't got any videos in the bank, and this is my closest spot. This is even closer to my van here. It's a lovely gradient to walk up and down, better than the others, because it's all on small stones as well, so there's no great big cobbles to fall over. So it's easy for me. This is what it's about when you're 56 and you got a buggered hip. Yeah? So all those that are fed up with me fishing at East Halton, it's just tough luck, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? I ain't bothered. I've got to fish where I need to fish, and I ain't got any videos in the bank, so this is the first one. So, and then I'm going to fish the mark that we lost for disappearing in the world of deleting, and then if the weather is right and if the weather is good, I will then be on the beach. Right, that's the first one. And we'll get out. This blue rod, the rig on it, the hooks are quite old. So I'm bollocks. Sorry for that swearing then. I said the word bollocks, and that's because the hook went in the bag. So there was a reason for it. Do you know what I mean? I don't just talk to you like I'm talking now and I've got F this and F that like a lot of people do. Yeah? The only time you see me swear is if I'm in pain, if someone's really wound me up, yeah, or I'm angry. You know, pretty much like anybody really. Oh, hang on, I'm gonna have to, because I'll cast up my lines. That ink, the line's down there. Let me get you here. All this walking about I'm doing, eh? Now I need to take this slack up because I've got a slack line. That's interesting. Why is that there? Because I casted straight out down the channel and my line has gone to the right. Well, wouldn't you believe it, eh? The tide is coming in. Right. The tide is coming in. So we've got right to left movement of water. I cast it out straight out there in front, just to the right of this channel. But my line has swung right to the right. I'm going to have to walk around this slope to reel it in. Can't reel it in until the water's in. And there must be water coming in and then flowing back round and coming back out. So as this water's coming in, it's going out as well. Is that what they call a back eddy or something like that? It's just the water literally should be coming from there to there, from right to left. I casted to there and my line is over there now. So I'm going to cast this out not so far, and I'm going to chuck it far left. That's not good either. I meant to cast further to the left and I didn't. So that'll probably end up exactly where the other one is. There you go. Let's give it 5-10 minutes to settle and then we'll sort it out. Let's sit down. Let's sit down. Oh dear. There you go. Oh, that's a bit scary, isn't it? Yeah, I can't believe that. So literally that should have gone to the left, to be honest, because I cast it straight out and I thought, Jesus, that's going to really go. But it's actually going from left to right here, so the tide must be zooming down the middle. I've got the wind blowing over me, so it's not wind blowing down the river. Yeah, unbelievable. That one didn't go out as far as the red one, and it's literally, it plopped straight in the channel. Now if you remember, I fished here in this drain. I fished here in this drain. When was it? Well, it was last year, weren't it? It would have been November time. It was last time I fished here, and then I spat my dummy out, didn't I? And the last reeling, my bait got hammered. It was absolutely mullered, and something had got it, and it must have been an eel, because it was all twisted up and everything. There ain't nothing else, and it's just my luck, isn't it? In November I catch an eel while the chap down there from Norfolk, he caught 2 codling. There. Green hat's out again, eh? Who'd have thought it? It's the right time of year though. So yeah, I've been wanting to come back here, and like I say, this is just a leisure session. It's for me, it's what I want, and easy to walk on here. Yeah, you're not going to catch much. They're pulling in dogfish and the odd bass, I believe, and the odd ray. They won't be in for long though down on the Links coast, especially at night time. But that sand, John fished a tournament, a competition the other day, like the other weekend, a couple of weekends ago I think, and even he was shattered after walking on that sand. The sand at Trunch Lane is so deep and fluffy, it's not compacted at all. So I think I shall be on the beaches on the Yorkshire coast a fair bit this year, and on the Links coast I'm afraid it's going to be low water fishing. So I'm either going to get better at it, work out what I'm not doing right, or hopefully some fish just be in front of me to catch, because walking on that firm sand is so much better for me. But yeah, that's enough of looking at me. Of course, you can have too much of a good thing here, can't you? Now, I don't want this video to be too long either. The boat coming in front of me, he's tear-assing in, but then he's going with current. With the tide, sorry. Yeah, I've got to change my ways. I will always moan, I will always groan, and I will always rant. But I've always said, haven't I, that I'll only rant if I've got something to rant about. But with this government that we have at the minute and the way I've been ranting, yeah, it hasn't done me any good for the past month. And like I said in the last video, my watch hours well, I'll tell you what my watch hours are now. I ain't fussed, I ain't bothered. Don't forget to click the old subscribe button if you got this far, and give us a comment, please. I don't want to beg for them, because I've got some people that don't like it. Oh, I lost 2 more subscribers. We're hovering around 5,393 yesterday, and for what was it, a week and a half I've been at 95, so I've dropped 2, but who cares. Watch time hours 7.1. That's the main thing, is your watch time hours. 7.1. My watch time hours used to be 16,500. So there you go. Don't think that I'm whining and crying into my handkerchief, because I'm not. We've had a claim or something from YouTube, so they're looking into me, and I don't know what the outcome is, because I don't even think Tom hasn't checked when I last spoke to him. So I don't know what it's about, but I think the video is one with me and John. So it's either John's story time or it's my opinion of this government, which I would say is probably that. So I'm afraid to say I've got to reel it in a bit, because obviously watch time hours equals money, and if it drops much more, then I'm gonna have to drop me visits to the coast. I think time will tell. I'm gonna keep going, because it is my hobby, you know, it is what I enjoy doing. So I want to keep fishing, because that's what I love. I also love having rods. I also love the reels that I buy, and yeah, you know, that's what fishing's about. It's about the whole package. Some people get blinded by fishing, that it's specimen fish, and it's this catching these fish, and it's not catching those fish, and if you don't catch the fish that you're after, it's a failure. Well, once you get to that stage, there ain't no excitement in going fishing. I'm just happy today being here in this sunshine and looking at my environment around me, i.e. the scenery. It's just picturesque. It's an industrial scenery, and it's just as pretty as rolling hills. For me, I love it, and that's what fishing's about for me. So, you know, I couldn't care less if I catch or not. Obviously, after 2 hours, 2.5 hours, a Rockland's handy, because it'll just infuse you. But at the end of the day, when you're driving home, you've had a fantastic day, sat here relaxing with your thoughts, looking at the scenery in the sunshine, hopefully. And that's what fishing's about. That is what it's about for me. Once you get to the point of specimen fishing and catching this and catching that and everything else, you lost it. If you haven't lost it, it's very easy to lose it, and you lose that spark, which is fishing. And if you enjoy reels and enjoy having different reels, but you know, different, the same or different, like my abus, I enjoy having abus. I've got them now. I'm not buying any more, and that is the honest truth, pet. I am not buying any more, and I haven't signed the contract for the rod yet, so that I'm still hoping, you know. I haven't signed it yet, so yeah, so I'm not going down that route. But I'm not buying any more reels. The only reels I'll buy is if my pen fathoms break, and they're so well made, there's no need. They won't ever break, because you can repair. They're so well built. I stripped them down the other day, and they're fantastic. So yeah, so we're air fishing, and I'm chuffed to be able to do it. I'll hobble about, but for those that are out there that can't get out and they watch my videos, keep watching. I'm honoured that I can go fishing and you watch my videos, because you can't get out on whether it's one a year, couple of year that I know, or whether there's more. It's just brilliant. And to be honest, on those days when I think to myself, do you know what, I've had enough, it's those moments when you think at them, you think, oh, I'm gonna keep going. It's my hobby. I enjoy fishing. I enjoy having the gear. I enjoy having the rods and the reels. And I've got everything that I want. Rig components, everything. It's how I have it. I don't want any other stuff. I've got what I want. And that's what it's about. I love it. And the filming, I enjoy the filming. I can't ever see me. That bumblebee keeps coming back, bless him. I can't see me ever not filming, because I enjoy the filming as much as my fishing. And I could do a 20-minute video and it could all be clinical, boring crap at the talk at the beginning. This fish, that fish, this cast, that fish, this fish. Woe is me, I ain't caught. I don't know whether to put this up because I've blanked. Yeah, and do a 20-minute video and my statistics will go improve tenfold. But what I enjoy doing, and what I've always done, is film my session from start to finish. And if I've got a lot to say, it's a long video. If I ain't got a lot to say, or I'm trying to keep it around the hour and a half, it would be nice to do them less. I think the last video that got deleted, you know, I think that was short. I think it was less than an hour. But there, that's what I do. I film my session. And if I'm in a bad mood, or I'm depressed, or I'm pissed off, then you see it. And I guess I let myself down, but that's me. There's no camouflage that I'm Mr. Jolly all the time, because nobody is Mr. Jolly all the time, and I certainly aren't. Anyhow, happy birthday, Tanisha. Hope you have a nice day, Dal. You ain't got much. You've probably finished work by now, haven't you? I've got a fish, a goldfish, a white shabunkin or whatever they are, and he's just floating around the tank. His gills are still going, so I've changed the water, because he was all right last night. I've changed the water and I've put some treatment in. But this goldfish, he's got 2 lumps on his head. I don't think he's long for this world, but I am not taking the goldfish to the vets. I'll tell you that for now. So we'll have an update on the fish next video. He'll either be alive or he'll be dead. See you in a bit. Tide's coming in now. I've got another hour. I've got until 20 past 4 high water, and it's 21 minutes past 3 now. So I'm going to reel this blue rod in and see what's on it, which will be nothing. Happy? Is that he or she? Well, we do not want any trees caught, do we? 2 bits of squid. Just cut slivers off the mantle of the squid body. And yeah, 2 white worms. This is heavy. Gone light now. That was the weight. That was the weight in the mud. So yeah, it took a long while before it came up. Probably, nah, well, could be fishing whose fin weights, couldn't there? Or the weights that Mike make me, which are kite shaped but got a ridge in it, new wires on it. But you do get a bit of pull there. But we're holding bottom. But there is, the tide's coming in and then it is whipping back, so I don't know what all that's about. I've had it before. It's just the way it is today, so see you in a bit. Tides are getting bigger. By weekend they're going to be sort of like 7.8s. So hopefully I'll be fishing on Sunday on a big tide, and we'll see what it's like then, but I'll still use a 6-ounce weight. Days of me using 8-ounce are gone. I've become a better fisherman. I like to think I've become a better fisherman. See you in a bit. That's both rods out and baited up. Squid and black lug on one, squid on the other. So give it a soak for a few minutes. We'll not leave it so long this time, and I'll think I'll get the kettle on. So see you in a bit. Right, let's get something made. I've just had to move the tripod back, and I don't think I need anything else. This is it. Let's get this up in case it blows. Just fancy a cup of coffee. And I ain't got my percolator, my cafetiere. So it's a bit disappointing. I like the old proper coffee. I prefer my coffee pot that I got at but, I haven't managed to find one yet. Look at this. So it's quite handy. This is another reason why I'm fishing there, because I've got the van literally 2 minutes. That includes climbing over the wall. Yeah. So I brought all my fishing gear in and then just went back for this. Right, there's the sparkler. Is that lit? Yeah. So, I ain't having anything massive, but I've got coffee, I've got a posh pot noodle, and got my milk in this little flask. You've seen this flask before. I do like that. It'll all get chipped and buggered. And we've just got meant to rip easy, aren't they? Now then. I'll just have a strong one, I think. Because I ain't gonna... I was thinking then, should I have another coffee later? So I use all my milk up. But I ain't gonna use all my milk up, so we're just gonna have a strong coffee. That. I've got a spoon there. Over in it. Spoon of my vodka. Posh pot noodle. What on earth is all this? I don't believe it. Used to get all the veg and stuff in it. But now you don't, look. You have to put it in yourself. They've changed that. You literally used to get, it used to all be in there, look, that's all it is. It's just dried cabbage and stuff. Squeeze this stuff in. Oh no! Sugar! Right, emergency, emergency. We need to scrape that out. Because, I'll tell you for why, you put that in last. Because you put the water in, and once it's cooked, you then tip it out through these holes in the lid, and then you put your sauce in. So I'm going to have some crunchy chilli and stuff now. There you go. That's glowing red. Well, the sun's gone behind a cloud. That's not good, is it? It's like warmth has gone. It's not cold. It's a lovely day. I've got my hoodie. I've got, like I say, I've got my coat. I'll probably take some of this stuff back, the cooking side. And rods ain't moved, but I ain't looking at them, mama. I've moved my tripod back, like I say. Yeah, so you put the veg in. You used to get it like that with the veg in, and once that's hot water's in and these have been in there for a couple of minutes, you tip the water out and then you put your sauce in, mix it up, and that's your pot noodle. And we've got lovely, I drink Aldi coffee me, but we've got Kenku. We've got some action happening there. Just been talking to an old boy, he was limping along. He needs a new knee. And he's hoping to find out tomorrow when it's going to get done. And he then said his missus was having a new knee and she went to the toilet on the operating day, just before, 20 minutes before the anaesthetist was she was going to go in. And on the way back from a toilet, she fell over and broke her hip. So he started talking about the hip operation. I said to him, you can stop, mate, I don't want to know. In a nice way, you know, for Vernon. So it doesn't matter how much water you put in, as long as you leave enough for your flipping coffee, which I have. Right. And then put the lid on. And then I'll use this coffee spoon . Let's put this over out so it cools down. And that. Oh, it's cushy. Break these noodles up. Yeah, so they've obviously changed the way they manufacture these. So instead of the noodles getting dumped in the pot and then it goes along to the next bit and the cabbage and chilies go in and whatever else is in it. They're doing it somewhere else, aren't they? Putting it into a sachet. So you only used to have the one sachet, which was the sauce, and I haven't had one of these for a long while. They are better than a pot noodle, I suppose, but you know, sometimes a pot noodle is all that's needed, isn't it? Right, I'll bring you back in a bit. Right, let's tip this out. So you've got all these holes at the bottom and 2 at the top to let the air go in. So tip that out. And the bad thing about that is the water's now coloured a bit because I put some sauce in it, but I saved most of it. The first one I ever did, I put everything in it, put the water in, then all the sauce tipped out, and it was very, very bland, to say the least. So nearly cocked up again, didn't I? But I saved the day. So that goes in there. This, squeeze all this out. Now I know it in. I've got sticky fingers. Oh, what it's like to get sticky fingers. Right, I said to you earlier on, didn't I, about me swearing, didn't I? Well, that's got Bisto in it. Oxo cube in it, I think. And I said I don't swear much, and I'm talking to John on the phone and he says, well, you do swear a bit. And I thought, well, I don't. And then when I explained it to him that if I stub my toe, I swear, and if I talking about something that winds me up, like the Labour Party, I swear. And what else is there? Something else in there. But I'm swearing for a reason, aren't I? That's the thing. I know it's still swearing, but the thing is, there are some people that can just talk about boiling an egg, and every other word is swearing. I ain't like that. You know, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being really bad, I'd say I'm probably a 7. Going up to a 4 when I'm mad. As my wife would say, it is what it is. Right, that can go in there. That can go there. And there's my coffee. Ooh, you bugger. Nearly swore then. Nearly said bastard. I mean bugger. Lovely coffee. Put that there. I'm gonna turn you off. I'm gonna watch this. As a matter of fact, you can just quickly look at my rods, I reckon. What do you reckon to that? Don't want a long video though, do we? I've got half a sandwich as well to go. So that's tuna. But if I eat this pot noodle, then I might have a sandwich on the way home. I've got a couple of bananas in the van, and I've got 3 apples. I could eat them 3 apples on the way home. I thought it was a log. I thought I had a dreaded log, but I didn't. It's the, look, it's that wooden handrail. So, yeah, that sky is absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Let me put you out there so that I can show you that sky. Look at it. Look at that. Absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Beautiful day. So I'm going to eat this pot noodle. I'm not going to eat it with the camera on because you'll hear me go. So, well, look at that. The tide is welling now. It's just gone high water, so the tide will be going out shortly, but it's not going to come in any more than that. But yeah, what a beautiful day it's been. I'm now going to reel these rods in because I need to check them. So I've been talking to Mike. I've been talking to John. Yeah, that's about it really. Don't talk to many people. I just like to plague them too. Right. It is absolutely sound today. So I've even got another rig made up ready. Because that'll involve too much fishing. I think there's some crabs out there, you know. That's what I think. Hello? Yeah, can I bring you back in a minute if you keep your phone there? You hear me? I'm baiting up. Yeah. I mean, if you put your phone away, you'll not hear it, will you? Yeah, well, why didn't you keep it in your hand? Yeah. See you later. Big bit of spear down there. Yeah, so 27 years ago today, my daughter had been born. My daughter was born about 10:25 to 10:35 a.m. in the morning, and this time 27 years ago I'd have been zooming around going back home. I think I went and picked my mate. Oh, that was the first one, old Billy. But yeah, I was zooming about. Mum was alive, he was at the hospital. It was just fantastic time. Not only because my daughter had been born, my second daughter, but I was fit as a fiddle. Yeah, happy days. Happy days over many things, do you know what I mean? Second child. and fit as a fiddle, youngish, didn't have a world on my shoulders, certainly weren't bothered about politics then. So not getting involved in that, not because I'll just end up going off on one. But you know what I think of them arseholes. Right now then, out there, probably about 40 yards, is a load of rough water. Now it's travelling quite quick, but I'm going to try and plant this in it. Let's hope it don't go miles down the river. Right, I better phone the old woman back. And yeah, keep watching. If you like this, if you got this far, yeah, consider subscribing, drop us a comment, give us a thumbs up. It's what it's all about. And don't think I'm begging, because I ain't. If you don't want to do that, then if you're still watching now, you've helped my algorithm, because it needs a bit of help. I need to stop being so political and opinionated, because those sort of people don't get on in this world. Hard not being what you are, though. That ain't me either. So catch me when I reel that next one in, or catch me on the next rant. See you in a bit. Oh dear, that wasn't good, was it? Plastic bags. 2 bits down there as well I need to put in the bag. Well, it's been really nice down there. I'm down there below the wall. I've still got the wind hitting me, but it's obviously less than what it was if I was up there. The sun's started to set, so the heat's dropping out of that now. What a beautiful day it's been today. And I ain't even got ranty, have I? Well, I can't afford to get ranty. I'm sure you though, if someone starts me off, I mean, I had a terrible drive there today. Well, not terrible, but I had a right idiot in front of me. Go. Well, I've got one. Can you see? You know that ripple that comes straight across there? There's a line, and right there where you can see what 6-7 meters across, egg-shaped. There's like a film on the water. Well, that's where my 2 slivers of squid went in. So you know when people put these huge baits out for these huge fish that they never catch, look at all that scent there from 2 slivers on a flapper rig of squid. I watched it appear. It started off the size of a bucket, obviously where it hit the water, and it's just spread. But I've got one bait in there, and the other bait is just literally down there in that channel. So yeah, squid on both. That's what we got. As you can see, the wooden balustrade, the handrail is just started to show. That had disappeared, so the water's going. It is 6.77 metre tide, so 6.8 at Immingham. And I haven't had a bite, and if I have had a bite, I ain't seen it. And on top of that, my bait's getting robbed. So it's the first time since I can remember where I'm losing bait, because there's little bait robbers out there. It can't be small fish, because I have got small hooks on. I am fishing with size 2s, and they aren't. You know, you can get a size 2 hook, and then you can get a bigger size 2 hook and smallers. It's in the smaller category, because every hook manufacturer, they're in a standard hook size. They call it a size 2, but it varies. Those out there in the know will know. I don't need to explain it, but that's just a little tip there for the people that don't know much about fishing. Right, well, I'm going to sit down, take some water on board, and look at this sky. Absolutely stunning. Right, onto them rod tips, look. It's been a beautiful day. I don't feel like having a huge rant. I'll tell you what, when I was driving here, I was going down an A road, very big A road, a lot of traffic on it, and I can only say the idiot in the car in front of me shouldn't even be in a car. If you'd have done what she did, or he, I don't know what sex it was, or species. If you did that on your test, you'd fail automatically. An A road, 60 miles an hour, and she stops. She stops at a junction because there's a tractor wanting to turn left onto the road we were on. We've got the right of way, and there was a lorry wanting to turn right. And she stopped, or he, or species, stopped there for the lorry to turn right. Well, with that, I pulled out. Quite a few expletives, winded down, and as you can imagine, I'm sure in the back there was a cyclist sticker, perhaps just bought a new bike or something, I don't know. And there was definitely a red sticker in there, something said lay, something like that. Anyhow, was it Labour? Might be a Labour sticker, but it was a red sticker. So I can only assume from that my opinion of what this person was, apart from it's a fucking idiot. A road, lorry turns, I then shoot around her because I just want to get out of this scenario because I've got cars chundling down behind me, and she then lets the tractor out. I just couldn't believe it. What sort of driving standards is there for people to be like that? They shouldn't be on the road. That's if they've ever driven on our roads, I don't know. Perhaps they've just got a free card to get them to and from work or the hotel. I ain't got a clue who they were, what they were, apart from their driving was absolutely dire. And people like that cause accidents, and you just have to get out. You see, because I learned, I've got a motorbike test as driving licence as well, and in the motorbike you're taught to drive defensively, so you're prominent in the road, you're getting out of the way, you're staying out of the way, you know, you're making decisions. And I can honestly say that someone that's just passed the car test, they are not as such a good driver as someone that's passed the car test and the motorbike test. Lorry driving, I can't say, because I drive with someone that is a lorry driver, and his driving is atrocious. Isn't that right, Julie? He sits there at 52 miles an hour, even if it's a 60. It's just inbred in. I'm only joking, Keith. Only joking. But yeah, it's when you've got more, and I assume it includes lorries as well. Once you've got more knowledge of driving different vehicles, you obviously become a better driver. And I just like to be on my own, out of the way. A bit of a pattern there, isn't it? I did ask Keith if he was coming today. It was all planned for him to come today, and then when I rung him up to say you're still coming, he said no. I said thanks for letting me know, but he's selling his awning for his caravan, and because he don't like it. One, it's got a puncture, it's a blowy up one, it's got a puncture, and he said it's too heavy. So that bloke was coming at 3 o'clock, so he couldn't come. He'd have probably fished up there or just over there, because it's limited there. He could have fished over that side, but he'd have to cast over there all the time. So that would have worked actually, but it's limited and there's all rocks there as well. Right, I'm gonna go now. That's all the news I had today, was that. I had another bloke pull out in front of me on the motorway. So when you get to the turn off to the Humber Bridge, it goes to 2 lanes. It goes from 3 lanes to 2 lanes. He pulled out in the fast lane to overtake a lorry, and then realised he wanted the inside lane, didn't he? So he then had to pull in. Well, when you're slowing down to like 50 miles an hour and you're doing 70, it can be annoying. You know, nothing went out of control, but it can be a bit annoying because you got to brake. So then you realise what it must be like for a lot of these lorry drivers that are get chundling along, and then someone pulls in front of them and they have to put the brakes on to slow down. That don't do the environment any good, does it? And where's that bloody piece of lard gone, eh? Don't hear much of that now, do you? Apart from when she's possibly getting arrested for doing something illegal. The golden moment of her being a child and then milking it is gone now, hasn't it? See you in a bit, because it's getting close. Right, let's see what's on this rod here. Well, at least we've still got bait on, that's the main thing. Let's put some more bait on. Let's get you here. There you go. Sorry about that, it's all unprofessional, isn't it? Tonight, Matthew, I think I've got rolls for tea. It's not great, is it? Instead of just a single sliver of squid, I've now cut the squid mantle in half and folding it, doubling it over. So it's now a bigger bait. So, just to get that, oh, my bucket's up there. I've moved my tripod down, left my bucket up. It's been a glorious day. Like I say, it's not about catching all the time. I'm sure I'll get the comments on there, you blanked, but I couldn't give a holy shit. I really couldn't. Sometimes it's just nice to come here, or go fishing, cast out, and just sit on your box and watch it all day. It's alright, line's away. And, you know, depends on what mood you're in, isn't it? This will just go out into the gully. Going about 40 yards. It's probably in at the beginning of the gully, or sort of like 2/3 of the way down, or 1/3 of the way down. That had bait on, so I'll leave the other rod for 5 minutes or so. The sun is setting, let me just show you. Oh dear, look at them clouds up there, aren't they beautiful? Absolutely cracking, isn't it? That made a good thumbnail, Tom. I say this to Tom, that even with that fence there, look at that. That's it, isn't it? Look at that for a thumbnail. Right, well, let's get this. Let's move it closer down, shall we? Got all the lights on, you'll probably see a shadow. But hey, we're not professional in this. So, let's reel this close one in, and then I'll probably chuck this one out again. Oh no, let's reel this one in. Let's reel this one. Am I in shot on that one? Because I was going to reel the right hand one in. Let me just check. Yeah, well, we'll just spin it like that. There you go. I think I should have reeled the other one in first. No, I'm alright. Whoa! We've only gone and done it. Gosh, first one today, mate. Is it? Yeah. Hey? Fucking professional me. Look at that, eh? First flounder. I can honestly say I'm chuffed to bits. Well, there you have it. What flounder. Chuffed with that. It was lip hook perfect as well. We'll get it chucked in there and hopefully it'll swim off. Well, it will swim off, won't it? Because it'll feel the tide going out. So that's where it's going. Let's just check we've got that. Because otherwise, yeah. Plenty of light there. One flounder. Let's go get it returned, eh? Right, now where's the best place to do it? Can't do no more than that. I am chuffed to bits. I've just been talking to a chap. He came along and he was casting on the riverbank. He kept coming over the top, but he was casting out. It was going a long way. But he's a specimen fisherman, and he wants to get a common skate this year, and he likes fishing for toot. He don't like hounds unless it's £20, and that's what you find with specimen fishing. But they look at it totally different to what I look at it. They really enjoy that. I didn't realise that. I was like thinking they lose that sparkle. Well, my sparkle in fishing is totally different to someone else's, from what I've been speaking to him about. And his sparkle is catching those big fish. I never really thought of it. I just thought there's my way and the highway, which normally I'm pretty right, but yeah, I ain't. I've learnt something today. So it's not for everyone, is it? It's certainly not for me. I'm chuffed to bits I caught that little flounder, and that's made my day. But specimen fishermen, they just love that hunt for that big fish. He travels all over. He goes to Wales and all over for those big fish. And So at the ELBC this year, there was a blonde ray caught. I've never heard of a blonde being caught off that Holderness coast, but talking to Malado, he said there's been about 6 caught. So I didn't ask him if that's recently or whatever. I said to him, I've only heard of that one. The only rays you get off that coast is spotted and thornback, but now they've caught a blonde, haven't they? So if there's one, there's plenty more out there. But you know, if you keep going out just to catch that blonde or taupe, it's a thankless task sometimes, because the amount of effort you have to put in to catch those big fish is not for me, and that's why I couldn't see what enjoyment they got. So yeah, I learnt something today, haven't I? There is enjoyment in specimen fishing, but it's not for me, as I said to him. Right, shall I chuck out another one? I am going to. I'm going to bait this up, hold that out and bring the next one in. I have got time, because that drain, and anyhow, even if that drain fills up and got fresh water going in, flounders, they'll be all right in brackish water. So that's what I'm going to do. What's the time? Time is coming up to 7 o'clock. Has my alarm gone off? 4:30. 8:30 my next tablets. Right, I'm going to get this baited up and chuck it out. I don't even know what it was on. Let me just check. Right, that is on. That's on the single, not the folded squid. So it's on 1 thickness squid. Right, let me turn you off. I'll get this baited up, and I will chuck it out again. This torch, yeah, it's doing fine. I'm getting used to it now. It lights up plenty. The only problem is with it is the lower light settings aren't bright enough. So, you know, you can have it on that. That's the lowest setting. Well, that I can't see it. That should be the lowest setting, and that should be the next setting. But what they've done is, obviously, if they were to do that, the battery would last even less. So it's that powerful. The battery lasts a whole session, but it's nipping its ass. But if they did something with the battery and they made those other, I mean, instead of having 4 settings, I think there's 4. Anyhow, whatever there is, knock one of them off and just make it slightly brighter. Right, let me get this done. I'm going to get this baited up and I'll bring you back, because I'm just rattling on it. Look at that sky, it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? Right, let's get this. Oh, I ain't got the rig on, have I? Baited it. Not put it on. We'll get this. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you swore then. Naughty, naughty boy. And to have John say to me, you do swear a lot, Vernon. I mean, I don't think I can honestly say I've ever heard John swear. And if he has sworn, it's that irregular and that limited that I can't even remember that he has sworn. So someone like me would be a right potty mouth to John, wouldn't he? Wouldn't he? Alright, let's get this. I'm chuffed a bit. This glass cast. Well, I've been making the last week and a bit. I've been making a lot of rod bags. I've made 4 rod bags, 4, 5, 6 for Ziplex rods, a Winfield rod, and a German rod with 3 pieces. It's only 10 foot, but it's fiberglass. So 2 fiberglass rods and 4 carbon rods. And the last one I was using up bits of material, so that one took a bit longer. That took a day because it was a nightmare, and I ended up with 6 layers of material because it was a nightmare. But I've done them all. I need to get some badges now for them, so I know what's in each bag, because I'm a bit anal like that. It's annoying when you go up into the loft and you pull a rod down and it ain't the one you thought. So yeah, I've been making them, but whilst I've been doing it, instead of having YouTube on all the time, I've just put the best channel in the world on, and that's ITVX. I've been watching Duty Free. I must have watched Duty Free now, because I used to get up in the morning and watch it on telly, and in the end I thought, do you know what, it must be on ITVX, and it is. So I've watched, they've only got the 3 series, they ain't got the special on, Christmas special, but I must have watched them about 4 times all the way through now. So I've been watching Duty Free, George and Mildred, Randall and Hopkirk. I love that. They did 26 episodes of that, and I've watched them all, but I'm now watching them on ITVX, so there are some parts and some of them, because you walk in watching it and it's halfway through, you know, so I'm getting to watch all of it. Minder, The Voice, Good Night Sweetheart, all my favourites. It's been absolutely fantastic. I'm now watching Off Weeders. They've only got 2 episodes, the first 2, which are the better ones. But yeah, it's been absolutely fantastic. I've been watching all these programmes while sewing and ironing my rod bags. So it's been enjoyable. I think one day I must have watched about 6 or 7 Minders, plus Duty Free. Just kept playing one after the other. So I've had a nice time, enjoyable time, but that's what I've been doing whilst I haven't been out fishing for those, what was it, 22 days. But now we're back out fishing. I have got another rod bag to make, because I was tidying the garage up last night and found another 3-piece East Anglian fiberglass rod that I need to make a bag for. And yeah, it's been enjoyable, but now it's time to get back into fishing. Shall see you in a bit. I think that's and action. Right, am I in shot there? So I think the rod on the left was the last one I checked out. So let's get this one. Oh, did I set that up on both rods or just the one? That'll be alright. I think it's going to be a 1 fish lucky save, and to be honest, I can't grumble at that. I can't grumble at that. Right, I've chucked this squid over on the cedar fence for the mice. Because must be some over there. I've enjoyed today. Saturday. All caught round my Gemini foot. Yeah, that's got it out. I should chop that off and redo that. That's what I'll do. So, get that clean. Right, let's get this put away and put my rod away. Next time you see me, I'll be reeling the next relining. We're getting near the end, chaps. Right, let's get this last one reeled in. Let's get this reeled in. Down the middle of the channel. Nothing. Apart from another plastic bag. Right. Well, I've enjoyed today. And some might say, well, at least you went to East Alton. Fucking hell. Oh dear. And this is just for who? Don't forget to click and subscribe, and drop us a comment and give us a thumbs up. Beg, 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 beg. If you don't, you've helped the algorithm, haven't you? Now, all joking aside, it's free. Ooh, what am I doing? It's like a lightsaber, isn't it? So, what a beautiful night it has been. This sky in the last section of today's has been absolutely glorious. It's been purples and blues, and now it's like blacks and greens in it as well. So it's absolutely fantastic. I've had a fantastic day in the sunshine. I've been on my own. It's been peaceful. It's been totally different to what anything I've done in the last 22 days as well. So yeah, I'm pleased to have been out. When I first got here, it was like, well, I just didn't feel like it. Even though I was happy and I was loving today, I just didn't feel like it. And that was because when I realised, and I said to you, I haven't been filming ever. So it took me a while to get back into it as well, at least 10 minutes. But yeah, so yeah, on the great scheme of things, one flounder. So a lot of people turn the news up at that. Well, people can turn the news up at it for all I care. I was chuffed to get it. It was today, for my skill set with my small hooks and squid with some black lug that's like a condom squeezed out. I don't think I've done too bad. Like I say, the main thing is that I've enjoyed myself, and totally took my mind off what's going on in our country, because I ain't fussed about other countries. It's our country that matters. So it's been good all round. So I'm gonna pack up now. The water's going, the water's gone. I'm gonna pack up and head over to the van, all of 2 minutes away. And last day at work tomorrow for the weekend, so it's a mini weekend tomorrow when I finish in the morning, and get all my gear cleaned from today. Reels will be cleaned when I get home, and get myself ready for the next session, which will be my last session on the river. But these videos have got me a buffer if anything goes wrong, because I don't think things are looking good for Tab at the minute, my old ginger cat who's 18 odd. So I need to get some videos in the bank, because that'll be another traumatic time. But he's doing alright at the minute. He's still eating, so that's the main thing. It's just that he don't know where he is, so we have to keep him locked in the kitchen, and at night time he's put out, which ain't good for him at 18, but I'm afraid that's the way it is. Or it's the yeah, we don't want to talk about that. I'm rattling on too much. I'm ever so sorry. Thanks for watching. I've brought you a fish. I hope you enjoy it. It is what it is. And sorry, pet. See you in on. Well, what a beautiful day. You know where I am. Keep on watching, it's bound to get better. We are, oh, it's no good, is it? For God's sake.